Welcome to For Your Starters Daily Lineup, where we bring you the latest sports news with a dash of enthusiasm and a pinch of humor. Today is Monday, June 12th, and we have some exciting stories to cover. But first, did you know that on this day in 1898, the Philippines declared independence from Spain? Now let's dive into the world of sports. In our first story, we'll talk about the Miami Heat's mascot, Burnie, who is ready to bounce back in Game 6 after being punched by none other than Conor McGregor. And in our second story, we'll discuss how the Vegas Golden Knights have taken a commanding 3-1 series lead over the Florida Panthers. So sit back, relax, and let's get into today's lineup. And now, it's time for our sports news roundup. The Florida Panthers are facing some tough challenges as key players are injured ahead of Game 5 against the Vegas Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup Final. Moving on to soccer, Manchester City's Champions League victory under Pep Guardiola's leadership is just the beginning of a legacy of repeated success. With the addition of Erling Haaland and a potential system change, City has the potential for future evolution. Kevin De Bruyne's injury may lead to more playing time for Phil Foden, while Rodri was named the Champions League Player of the Season. Finally, in tennis news, Novak Djokovic surpasses Rafael Nadal's record and wins the French Open, tying with Serena Williams and one behind the all-time leader Margaret Court. Miami Heat mascot Burnie is ready to return for a potential Game 6 of the NBA Finals despite having to visit the emergency room after taking 2 punches from MMA star Conor McGregor during a promotional announcement in Game 4 on Friday. Heat coach Erik Spoelstra praised Burnie's toughness, saying he can take a punch and get back up and won't miss any time. The incident occurred during the team's partnership announcement with McGregor and his pain relief spray called Title Sport. Burnie had on giant boxing gloves, and McGregor unexpectedly punched the mascot with 2 left-hand punches. The person was taken to the hospital but was later discharged. Spoelstra joked that Burnie should have been allowed to take the first swing. In Game 4 of the NBA Finals, the Miami Heat lost to the Denver Nuggets, putting the Heat at a 3-1 disadvantage in the series. During halftime, Heat mascot Burnie was involved in a scripted fight with Conor McGregor to promote a new partnership between the Heat and Title Sport, a pain relief spray. However, the fight went awry, and Burnie was left hospitalized after taking a punch from McGregor. The article suggests that the Heat would have been better off having Burnie Madoff fight McGregor instead. UFC President Dana White commented on the incident, stating that having professional fighters punch a mascot in the face is not the brightest thing in the world. The Denver Nuggets are just 1 win away from clinching their first NBA title in franchise history, but their coach Michael Malone prefers to keep his players grounded and focused on the task at hand. Malone has instructed his players to ignore all media and not to celebrate prematurely. He has also emphasized the importance of staying true to their identity and taking it 1 quarter at a time. Despite Malone's caution, many experts believe that the Nuggets have a strong chance of winning the championship. With Nikola Jokic's impressive performance throughout the playoffs and Aaron Gordon's standout performance in Game 5. The series shifts back to Denver for Game 5 on Monday. The Vegas Golden Knights are on the brink of winning their first Stanley Cup title after a 3-2 victory over the Florida Panthers in Game 4 of the best-of-7 series. Chandler Stevenson scored twice, and William Karlsson ended his goal drought to give the Golden Knights a 3-0 lead, while Brandon Montour and Alexander Barkov scored for the Panthers. Aiden Hill made 29 saves for Vegas, while Sergei Bobrovsky stopped 28 of 31 shots for Florida. Vegas is now up 3-1 in the series and can win the NHL championship on home ice Tuesday night. The Golden Knights reached the final in their inaugural season in 2017-18, but lost to Washington in 5 games. Now, in their 6th year of existence, the Golden Knights have looked more talented and prepared for the spotlight, making good on owner Bill Foley's goal to win the Stanley Cup within their first 6 years of existence. Despite a late push from the Panthers, who have been a surprise team since earning the final playoff spot, they were unable to force overtime. The Panthers will need to rally from a 3-1 series deficit again if they hope to win their first Stanley Cup. Game 5 is scheduled for Tuesday at 8 p.m. ET, and the Stanley Cup will be in the house for this potentially historic moment. And that's the final buzzer. Thanks for tuning in to 4-Year Starter, where we break down the biggest plays and players in the world of sports. Remember, if you want to keep up with all the latest sports news and analysis, be sure to follow us on social media. And don't forget to check back with us tomorrow for even more thrilling sports action. Until then, keep your head in the game and keep chasing greatness.